because you've been around Coach Tibbs. I've been around Coach Tibbs when Tibbs coached in Chicago. All the bodies that come up, I won't say bodies come up missing, but body parts come up missing, right? You know what I mean? Like hamstrings, ankles, Jalen Brunson's hand. Is it fair that we look at Tom Thibodeau and his teams consistently breaking down the stretch of seasons and pointing the finger at him? Or all these like coincidences that just so happen to have him as head coach?
I don't think it's a coincidence, but I don't think everything should be on him. What Julius Randle landed on his shoulder on a drive, I think in a collision, that's not his fault. Brunson hitting his hand on the knee of Halliburton, some of that's happenstance, but the Anunoby hamstring, yes. Mitchell Robinson's ankle probably coming back a little too fast from his previous surgery, yes. Didn't see the Bogdanovich injury, but I don't know. I do think he runs his players really hard. There's a reason why in today's NBA, you play your best players 34 to 35 minutes max. You don't play them 38, 39. MJ played 39. Magic played all those. The greats played 39, but this is not that era. It's a more demanding game in terms of like the 3-point line. Everybody's running out. Don't know if it's more physical, but I do think you're
covering more space.
Yes. Scientifically, medically, you just can't run your guys like that in a March home game against, your bad boy or boy band Pistons. You can't do that. And so I think this is kind of what happens with Tibbs. This is kind of Tibbs' history. And the question is, this is why he's had 2 previous jobs, Minnesota or Chicago, is because eventually it runs dry. Eventually it goes out and it wears on people. The grading style, the yelling, it just kind of wears on people. The question is, how long before it wears in New York? And I also think, too, you got to trust your roster. Like, you went and got Shake Milton, who I've seen have good moments in Philadelphia. He never saw the court. Like, when you're thin, you can't run the guys you can't, mistrust half your roster. Like, you've got to figure out a way to play Jericho Sims. You got to figure out a way to play Shake Milton. They didn't go to Alec Burks, who has had some good times in Utah and with your Pistons, and he's had some moments. He can score. They didn't play until they absolutely had to. And I just wonder about Tibbs and trusting his roster, not only the injuries, but just going okay, I only trust you about 7 of y'all, so all y'all going to play 48, and the rest of y'all is going to watch. You can't run these guys into the ground like that because you don't trust half your roster. You got to give them a shot at least.